The best goalies in the world all have this trait. It's not flexibility or height or even a great glove hand. The quality that all NHL goalies share is consistency. Yes, even the NHL goalies with the worst record in the league are remarkably consistent. To get to the top of professional hockey, you have to be. You have no choice. It might help to think about consistency in a different way than it's typically understood. I don't mean that great goalies play the same every game. Bad goals and bad games happen to everyone at every level. But true consistency is when you're able to do something 9 or almost 10 times out of 10. Think about it this way. If you take a wrist shot on an NHL goalie from just inside the top of the circle, they will almost always make the save. Not only that, but the rebound will be managed. The difference between an NHL goalie and even a very good minor hockey goalie is the predictability of their response to what happens on the ice. For example, a shot to the chest of a minor hockey goalie might bounce off them for a rebound, it might go into the corner, it might drop in front of them, but an NHL goalie, you know what's going to happen. 99 times out of 100, they will smother that puck in their chest. They have simply faced the situation so many times before, and they are so skilled that it's very easy to know how they will handle it. The same goes for puck handling, high glove saves, shots on the ice at the 5-hole area, you name it. They almost look like robots because they play each shot like a well-oiled machine. You can see this across any sport. NBA players make the majority of their free throw attempts. Consider the fact that they are taking these shots while tired, with their teammates and opponents watching, 20,000 people in the stands booing them, hoping they will miss, and potentially millions of people watching live at home or on a replay forever recorded in time. That's consistency. That's the result of being extremely skilled at a task and doing it over and over. Now, how can you develop consistency as a goalie? Let's find out. There are probably hundreds of little things you can do to make your game more consistent, but I like to break it down into 2 focus areas. And luckily for us, they go together. Tip number 1 is to be very, very good at something. No beginner hockey player is consistent. In fact, they might just be consistently terrible. When you're not good at something, anything can happen. Imagine someone puts you on the field as an NFL quarterback. How confident do you think you would feel that you could put the ball in your receiver's hands on most passes? Probably not very confident. That's because you're not a good quarterback. Now, no offense to you, you might be a good quarterback. I don't mean you in particular. You can ignore this if that's the case. Now think about something you're good at. As a goalie, I bet if someone throws something to you to catch in your daily life, you can catch it. If someone tosses an apple to you, 9 times out of 10, maybe more, you will catch it. Why? Because you have good hand-eye coordination. You're a goalie. You're used to catching pucks flying at you way faster. You have developed a high level of skill when it comes to catching, so it's likely that you will consistently catch something if someone throws it at you with a reasonable speed. Assuming it's not a knife or something on fire, you're not at the circus. Skill leads to consistency. If you want to be more consistent, you need to be better at whatever you're doing. Now you're probably saying, okay, goalie strength, that's great, but how do I get better at goaltending? Well, first of all, my name isn't goalie, it's Jordan. And second of all, you already know the best way to get better at goaltending. Consistent, deliberate practice on important skills. Skating, positioning, save selection, rebound control, off-ice training. Making a plan and working on it week in and week out. And really, the best way to become a better goalie leads us to our second way to be more consistent, which is put in the repetitions. If you want to be consistent, you need to be good. And to be good at something, you have to do it a lot. There's no secret. The only way to be consistently good at goaltending is to get thousands and thousands of repetitions in the net. You don't become good overnight. Think about how bad you were the first time you played goalie. I'm assuming, if you're like me. I barely knew how to move the net the first time I played at 6 years old, and we either won or lost 4-3. Slowly but surely, I got better. 2 years later, after hours and hours playing, I became relatively good for my age and my level, but I still needed lots of practice. Year after year after year, getting on the ice every week, facing shots, doing drills, playing games. It's a long road to become a good goalie. This is no different than anything else in life. You're probably very good at using your phone and your computer. You can navigate through there without even thinking about it. I bet it wasn't like that at first, but you use your phone every day and pretty soon you got good at it. It's the same thing with the language, driving, musical instruments, other sports, math, you name it. The only way out is through. You may have heard of Malcolm Gladwell and the 10,000 hour rule. Honestly, I read that book and I think he made that number up, but it still is a good principle to follow. It takes time to be great. Do the work, don't look for shortcuts. Don't look for confidence hacks. Put in the time it takes to be in the 1% of something. So if you want to be consistent, be very good at what you do and do it a lot. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, check out our Goalie Like program and different breed clothing line at the link in the description below, and I will see you in the next video.